Hi, Andy from Trailhead Supply, Kalispell, Montana. We're going to do a quick video today, kind of a follow-up to one that we did last summer. A lot of folks have bought new pack animals over the winter and this spring. They're getting ready to hit the trail and they want to know how to tie them together. We made a video last year and put it on YouTube on how to tie animals together. We're going to go over that again because we had such feedback from that original video, and it comes back, and the feedback and the questions come back to one area. So we're going to talk about that area and a new product that we're offering here at Trailhead Supply. So my neighbor just brought this saddle in, and he asked if I could tie a pigging string on. The pigging string is where we're going to tie our next animal to this saddle in front of him. Most people a lot of people tie to this rear hoop on their pack saddle, but as they go down the trail and the lead mule is pulling forward and the back one is not keeping up, grazing, just being a mule or a pack horse, it will pull down on this saddle and slightly rock it. Doesn't look like much, but what it does is the bars of this pack saddle is right here, and it pushes down on the kidney area of that animal all day, and it can sore them up. We highly recommend that you run a pigging string, and it runs through this hoop, the rear hoop, down and ties to the rigging ring between your two rigging straps. So when the animal pulls back, it actually pulls on the cinch of that animal where the saddle is anchored to the animal. And so that it doesn't put pressure on the kidneys, it pulls across the chest of that animal where it's meant to be done. So as you come up, you take the lead rope from your next animal, about 18 inches, you fold it over. We're going to push it through that loop. So now you have a loop. You take the tail of the rope, so you have basically 3 legs. We're going to fold a circle into it, which is a half hitch. We're going to drop that lead rope through and pull it tight. All day long the animal can pull on this. This knot doesn't get tight. You get to camp at the end of the day, it just all comes apart. This would be called tied hard. This animal is tied hard to this animal. We make our pigging strings out of New England multi-line 2, got 3,000 pounds of tensile strength. They're not breaking this. They're not breaking the half-inch lead rope. If you tied a loop out of baling twine, some light sisseline, something with a lot less tensile strength, and tie your loop, you push that loop through, pull a loop through the loop, you create another loop. You would do the same thing. Take your lead rope, pull a loop through the running end, throw a loop around it. It's the same thing that we did when we tied hard, but now there's a lightweight piece in the middle, which is your breakaway. This animal trips and falls. This one gets hung up crossing a log. This one goes off the cliff. It breaks this loose here, so the whole string doesn't go have a bad day. You're only dealing with this animal having a bad day. So the question that comes back to us over and over after we showed this in our last video on how to do exactly what we just talked about is, how do you attach your pigging string to the rigging ring? We traditionally back braid them all on. I'm a traditionalist, I like white canvas, I like the back braid, and that's how it works. So take my neighbor, he brings me the saddle, he says, hey, I saw your video, great information, yada, yada, yada. I don't know how to back braid. Can you do that for me? We do it all day long in the shop. The problem is, most of you watching this video is someplace else in the world. And so I can't come to your house as much as I'd like to and back braid this rope on for you. So a gentleman from Texas called up the other day and we talked about it. And so now we're making pigging strings. We've braided it. We've twisted a knot 2 ways. They're 34 inches long. And we've back braided a stainless steel clip at each end of this rope. We're now selling these at Trailhead Supply. They feed through the rear hoop. They split, and all you have to do is snap it onto that rigging ring, and you're good to go. So with that, Go hit the trail. Have a great summer. If you have any questions, always feel free to contact us at trailheadsupply.com or give us a call at 406-752-4437. See you on the trail.